an important natural resource. A high amount of water exists in the ground below your feet, and people all over the world make great use of it. But it is only found in usable quantities in certain places underground, such as aquifers. In this video, we will learn about different terminologies related to groundwater resource. Aquifer. An aquifer is a saturated formation of the earth. It is not only stores the water, but also yields it in adequate quantity. Aquifers are highly permeable formations, and hence they are considered as main source of groundwater applications. Unconsolidated deposits of sand and gravel are examples of an aquifer, as their hydraulic conductivity is high. Aquifers are classified into two types based on their occurrence. Number 1, unconfined aquifer. Number 2, confined aquifer. Unconfined aquifer. An unconfined aquifer is an aquifer which has free water surface, which means the water table exists for this type of aquifer. This is also called as water table aquifer or free aquifer, and the water table surface is free to fluctuate up and down with recharge and discharge. Unconfined aquifers are recharged by the infiltration of precipitation from the ground surface. Perched water tables are subsets of unconfined units. It occurs above discontinuous aquifers which allow groundwater to mount above them. Perched aquifers are perched in that they sit above the regional water table and within the regional vadose zone. The dimension of perched aquifers are typically small, and the volume of water they contain is sensitive to climate conditions and therefore highly variable in time. Confined aquifer. A confined aquifer is an aquifer confined between two impermeable beds. The water in the confined aquifer will be under greater pressure, which is greater than atmospheric pressure. Hence, the water level shown by piezometer is always higher than the top level of the confined aquifer. Aquiclude. This is a geological formation which is impermeable to the flow of water. It contains a large amount of water in it, but it does not permit water through it and also does not yield water. It is because of its high porosity, and it could have lower hydraulic conductivity. Clay is an example of aquiclude. This diagram shows examples of hydraulic head measures in an unconfined aquifer and confined aquifer system. Point A sits in the unconfined aquifer zone, slightly above the division between the unconfined aquifer and conforming unit. The head of point A sit near the water table at any location. Point B sits in the top third of the confined aquifer level but its head at point B is in the unconfined aquifer, far above the top of the confined aquifer, which indicates substantial pressure energy. In extreme cases, water in confined aquifers may be under sufficient pressure to drive flow upward against gravity. Artesian wells are one manifestation of this. Artesian flow. Water in confined aquifers are under the pressure of their own weight, creating a pressure level beneath the surface. The water flows from pressure of its weight. So when well drilled into the aquifer will flow with no pumping. Recharge in confined and unconfined systems. Natural recharge of the unconfined aquifer is mainly due to the downward seepage or percolation through the unsaturated zone of the excess water overpassing the fill capacity of the soil. Recharge can also occur through upward seepage from underlying aquifers. A regional confined aquifer is directly recharged by precipitation in the area where the aquifer crops out, having the same characteristics as an unconfined aquifer. A major difference from the unconfined aquifer is that when an artesian aquifer is pumped, there is no dewaterin of the saturated zone by gravity discharge. A well that taps an unconfined aquifer above a confined aquifer can dewater the former by gravity drainage and not affect the artesian aquifer if the confining bed between them has negligible permeability.